And welcome back to Zanpakuto Creation Series. This one comes to us from Retsuden Varus, Lucky D Coyote, and Lucky D Coyote. I thought one more person to give me this suggestion. I don't think that is the case, but I am double checking just to be sure. No, that's not the case. Although I did do Lucky D once already. I guess I just rewrote it, not realizing where his name was. Anyway, this one comes to us from them, and the question is, what is Kakashi Hatake's Zanpakuto? Kakashi, I feel, is a kind of unique individual here. Like I said, like we always say, a Zanpakuto is just a reflection of you. A Zanpakuto is you, and you are your Zanpakuto. What your Zanpakuto does, what its personality is, it is all just basically looking inside and seeing who you really are. So the question then is, who is Kakashi really? Well, I actually think Kakashi is a bit more of a unique case here. First and foremost, I think sealed-wise, his Zanpakuto is a Tanto. Now, a Tanto, for those of you who don't quite know swords, or Japanese swords, it goes Tanto, Wakizashi, Katana, and then Kodachi. So Tanto is basically more or less a dagger. It's a little longer than your average dagger, but it's a Japanese dagger, more or less. Wakizashi is the short sword, Katana is the standard sword, and Kodachi is the long sword. All had that distinct katana-looking curved blade. Now, the reason I say this is because, A, it's going to fit a bit more with Kakashi's overall vibe later on, but B, Kakashi we've seen in the Anbu, they all get like Tantos, unless they're specialized in other sword styles. They all have Tantos, and Kakashi was very prevalent in his youth with using his father's white chakra saber. Also, Kakashi, while he definitely increased his chakra reserves later on in life, and Shippuden specifically, his chakra was never that impressive. I mean, he had like an average amount, maybe even slightly above, but that Sharingan took so much out of it. So I really do believe he would probably have a Tanto, a small and his chakra control was excellent though. A small compressed sword for his power. He would have a Kido type. He's a very intellectual guy, very cunning, very strategic. And his personality, he's not an aggressive, battle-hungry individual that would lean himself more to a melee type. Or someone who is gung-ho, like a Ichigo or Naruto or anything like that. So I don't see him being a Kido type. Now, what would the release for this Zanpakuto be? For me, right from the gate, I know what the actual Zanpakuto would do. So for me, it was just thinking, okay, what's the best name for it? And for me, it's Open. Now, what is its actual name? Well, that is, in 1 second here, I want to just find Japanese word for something real quick. Japanese word for this. Now, because I did write it and I used the Google Translate, but I didn't really like the word, to be honest. And then I'm guessing that, and that is, yeah, that's what I got here. Word for, if I do that, okay, that's what it is. So, anyway, the name of the Zanpakuto is Void Hound. Now, I was looking, I'm like, isn't Inu hound? Actually, Inu is dog. Hound and dog are actually two different words. But Void Hound, which translates out to Kusho Hando. Or if you wanted to use the dog, you can honestly go either way with this, honestly. I like Hound better, but at least in terms of how it translates out to. But dog would sound better in the Japanese name because it'd be Kusho Inu. And yeah, Kusho Inu actually sounds a lot better name-wise, so I'll leave it to you if you like Kusho Inu better or Kusho Hando. I like Kusho. I think Kusho Inu does actually sound a lot better. The Bankai would be Void Pack's Hunt. So Kusho would still be there, Kusho, but it'd be Pakuhato, which is, and there's Paku's name in there, which actually lends itself. So that'd be Kusho Pakuhato, Hanto. Now, what exactly is the Shikai of this? What does it look like and what does it do? And what's the spirit of this? Well, the spirit for me, that's easy. The spirit is a silver wolf. Dogs are a very big thing for Kakashi. Those are his summons. He's an excellent tracker. You do, when you look at him, people nickname him Scarecrow, but you do get like a hound. You get a wolf vibe, a lone wolf vibe off of Kakashi. At least I do. So I do like this whole idea of, yes, the silver wolf is his Zanpakuto spirit. Now, what is the Zanpakuto itself? Well, Shikai, I think it is his white chakra saber, which is longer than a standard Tanto. Like the Tanto, I don't have anything to really demonstrate it, but you see where the Tanto kind of like stops at his shoulder and then continues on. A Tanto generally is more around that length. His is closer to the length of a Wakizashi, but not quite. It's also straight. It's not a curved blade. It is a straight blade. Now, in the anime, there isn't much in terms of what the white chakra saber did. It's implied it could channel chakra a lot more effectively than, say, a normal chakra. It's probably made of special metal. It's probably made of chakra metal, honestly. And that when it was swung and at such speed and, like, channeling chakra through it, that it glowed white, hence the white chakra saber. That is not what it does here. This is not a lightning-based Zanpakuto. Otherwise, I would have emphasized the elemental part of this Zanpakuto. No. What this Zanpakuto does is basically, I think, a reflection. It's a little bit of a call to the abilities of the Mangekyo that I used, the Kamui. But I think it actually lends itself to Kakashi's own guilt about letting people down, about not being able to save people, about not being able to save his friends, and about not wanting that to happen again. What I think that basically Kusho Ino, and again, the more I say it, the more I like Kusho Ino as opposed to Kusho Handu. Kusho Ino. What I think Kusho Ino does is basically it cuts portals. It basically is a kind of like a teleportation Zanpakuto. Not quite the same as like just straight teleportation. Kakashi does have to have a line of sight of where he wants to go. This is why it's only the Shikai. Basically, what he can do is basically swings his blade when he activates his ability. And it doesn't do it with every swing, too. It's not like swing. He's got to consciously activate the ability. It could even be like he could even use the term open again at the command to open the blades or open the portals. Open. Like, I mean, once he mastered it, assuming he ever did master it, which he would, I imagine Kakashi would be a captain if I ever did like a Naruto Bleach thing. And there's different Naruto Bleach crossovers I could do. That's definitely on the table where, you just set Naruto in the Bleach world and you gotta have a whole new roster. You have all the Naruto characters in the 13 Quirk Guard squad and stuff. That'd be kind of cool. Very fanficky, but, someone made a point of saying that the Naruto having a sister was like, wow, a lot more fanfiction than he normally does. Look, I will do a what if based on a suggestion. There are very few suggestions I won't take, and that was a suggestion and something that it could have plausibly happened. Anywho, so Kakashi, can cut, and as I said, the weakness of the Shikai immediately is the Shikai. He has to have a line of sight. It's something where it's like he can't go just like to the world living Hueco Mundo or even like several miles off where he can't see anything. He does need to see where his opponent is. But that being said, he can still, wherever he's seeing, he can use this both offensively to get in real quick if he needs to help an opponent out and just teleport right in front of him. As long as he knows where he's going, he can teleport literally in your face, or he doesn't even have to go. He doesn't actually even have to move through the portal. He can cut it, stab someone right in the head through the portal, and then zip back out and never have to move his spot. He could actually literally tag people. Like, think words here. He could tag people, like surrounding him and just going, open, and just tap, stab, and they can all drop. It's not an aggressive Zanpakuto. It's a Zanpakuto where you need to think about what you're doing and where you're going. But it's a very effective Zanpakuto, and even though it's not great for long distance travel, it can still be used to help out in a pinch. I'm here. Oh, my dad's home, so I'm wondering, what's that sound of the dominoes hitting the door? So that's the Shikai. What is Kusho Pakuhatu's Bankai, though? What is the Bankai? And the Bankai, I think, is basically a much more advanced, most Bankais always have, let me rephrase this again. Bankais always have something related to the Shikai. In Shunsui's case, he doesn't make adult games reality. He brings a play to life instead of bringing children's games to life. He's still bringing something that is considered entertainment to life. With Yamamoto, it's just more fire. With Kenpachi, it's just pure power and aggression. With Ichigo, he's compressing his power down, but it's still a melee Zanpakuto with Getsuga Tensho. Every Shikai and Bankai is connected. But some have, like, again, some are more obvious than others. Again, Senbon Zakura, for instance, is just a lot more cherry blossoms, whereas Mayuri's is more adapting, but that's because he can modify the Zanpakuto. It's more just about releasing poison. Shunsui is, you wouldn't think it connects at first, but it's bringing something else to life. With Kakashi's, I do go more towards the Byakuya side of it. Basically, Kakashi can create portals at will. He still has to slice, but now he doesn't have to open. He just needs to look where he's going, or aim for where he's cutting, and basically just imagine where he wants the portal, and the portal will appear. So instead of just using the tip of the blade to cut open a portal, now he can just slice, and as long as it's in the area that he wanted to show up, portals will appear. He can do the again, do the whole rapid strike thing and just form portals everywhere. The Bankai also increases his range. Now, as long as it's a place that he has been before, he can go there, which makes it extremely capable for fast travel. It is a bit more supplementary, though, because it's just extending a bit on the Shikai, just on a grander scale. What he can also do, though, if he is able to aim it right, is basically open a portal in someone. For instance, what we've seen Rick do in Rick and Morty, where he's actually opened up a portal and just sliced someone in half, because you're basically just distorting space right there. Now, that being said, the Shikai and Bankai both still have travel limitations. Shikai, obviously, it can't only be within Kakashi's line of sight. Bankai, it's got to be somewhere he's been before, that he remembers. And even if it's somewhere he's been before, if he doesn't remember going there, he can't go there. This is ultimately what I think is the best expression of Kakashi as an individual. Someone who can use these abilities to protect people in terms of combat, but also someone who can use these just to get to someone so they can save them in time. That, I think, is like the ultimate expression of who Kakashi is. Someone who has lots of regrets, was never able to save someone in time. So now he tries always to make up for that. And he mourns the mistakes he's made because he was not able to do that every day. So ultimately, that, in my opinion, is Kakashi Hatake's Zanpakuto. But that is just my opinion. What do you think Kakashi's Zanpakuto would be like? Do you agree with my whole depiction of it? Do you disagree with it? Let me know what you would do if you would do anything different. But thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, if you want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. Hit that bell if you want to be notified. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.